Hello, my name is Keith Brock, Product Manager for CLARUS at Carl Zeiss Meditech. Legacy ultra-widefield fundus imaging platforms have taught us a great deal about the importance of imaging in the far periphery, but has had limitations in color, resolution, and patient comfort. As you know, Zeiss has been delivering superior optics for all walks of life for more than 170 plus years. Zeiss image quality was simply something we were not willing to compromise, so this was the challenge we put forward to our engineering team: maintain Zeiss color, clarity, while driving the image field of view as wide as possible. It is my great pleasure to introduce to you the results of this challenge, the CLARUS 500, the next generation in ultra-wide field imaging from Zeiss. CLARUS 500 was launched in September of 2017 as a key component to the Zeiss retinal imaging suite and the integrated diagnostic imaging solutions. There are three featured concepts we kept at the forefront of our development effort: color, clarity, and comfort. We use the full visible spectrum to capture a true color image, cycling 3 broad spectrum LED lights in less than 0.2 of a second. The resulting image has been optimized to closely resemble the natural coloration of the fundus as it appears through direct observation. The resolution of this next generation ultra-widefield system matches or exceeds traditional fundus photography, an amazing leap forward in widefield fundus imaging. The Zeiss ultra-widefield system has been designed with the comfort of the patient and the operator in mind. We've surveyed many patients, technicians, and doctors to refine and optimize our interfaces on both sides of the instrument. Here, we will position the patient facing straight forward in a simple, stable, intuitive chin rest and headrest, where they will remain for the duration of the exam. By bringing the optics to the patient, instead of the other way around, the patient is now a passive participant in the imaging process, removing variability in image quality based on patient compliance. The operator can image both eyes while the patient remains in a comfortable position.
All right, so I have the camera set up to capture the right eye. I'm going to ask the patient to place their chin on the chin rest and forehead against the forehead rest on top. If needed, adjust the table height to make the patient comfortable. Once the patient is in position, I'm going to push the camera slowly towards the patient to approximately the correct position. You'll start to notice the 2 iris cameras show up on the view here. And all you need to do is position the camera so that the pupil is lined up according to this grid. And by twisting the knob up and down, you can adjust the height of the camera to align the pupil also to the center of this bar. I'm going to ask the patient to look straight at me, and whenever they can see a green fixation target, that's when the pupil is lined up in the correct position. So look right about here. And you'll notice that once I get into position, on the live IR preview here, you see a live preview of the fundus with the optic nerve in the correct position. This helps me make sure that I am in the right position before I capture the image. It also gives me a chance to check for artifacts such as lid and lash before I capture the image, so I know that the image I capture is of good quality. So in this case, you can see a little bit of lash in the image, so I'm going to ask the patient to open their eyes wide. Keep looking at the fixation target, and you can see that now we have the lashes out of the way. I'm ready to take the image. So go ahead and blink, open wide, and I'm going to take that first image. The patient sees a bright white flash of light, and at this point, I might ask the patient to close their eyes just to allow their pupil to recover a little bit. On the bar on the side here, you can see the preview of the image, and this allows the operator to quickly check the quality of the image to make sure there's no significant artifacts in the image and make sure the image is well focused. So you would tell the patient to look over to the right, and again positioning the camera as I did before, lining up the pupil in both the top and the bottom iris cameras. Once the patient can see the fixation target and I'm lined up here, you'll notice that the bar on the top iris camera, the height of the bar is the minimum pupil size that you want the patient to have. So if the pupil is smaller than this bar on the top, you would wait a few seconds until the pupil recovers a little bit more. Once the pupil reaches that height, I'm ready to take that second image. So I'm going to again have the patient go ahead and blink a few times. Open your eyes nice and wide. Good. And go ahead and take that second image right there. Okay, great. Go ahead and sit back. And at this point, the ultra-wide field sequence is complete. I'm going to wait a few seconds until I see the green check mark show up. Once the check mark shows up, that means the automatic montage is complete. If you go to the Analyze screen, you'll notice that the image is already montaged for you. If you click on Review, you can go ahead. This is a ultra-wide field image of the right eye, 200 degrees. And in the review screen, you can perform functions such as pan and zoom, make annotations, and also break out the color image into the red, green, and blue constituent images to visualize different depths of the retina. So by positioning the patient on the chin rest and head rest, the patient is very stable on the device, so that cuts down on the amount of alignment needed in terms of getting a good image. The operator is in control of the working distance, and so that makes aligning the patient really simple. Capturing the image is simple because you get a live preview before you actually hit the capture button, so you know that you're getting a good quality image. And the quality of the image is a very high quality, true color, and allows the doctor to confidently evaluate the fundus.
Combining the functionality of traditional fundus imaging and the power of imaging in the far periphery, the CLARUS 500 is a complete solution for all your fundus imaging needs.